It's an average Saturday afternoon during the spring of 2007. I had just gotten home after a soccer game, and the first thing that floods my ears as I walk through the door is My yourself's attention was instantly captivated by the flashy visuals and cool characters that Periot were showcasing in the very first opening of Bleach. I would go on to follow this anime and watch many others like Cowboy Bebop, Fullmetal Alchemist, and Dragon Ball Z, until Bleach had finally ended in 2012, where I had left behind anime as a whole thinking it was childish and no longer something I would like to watch growing up. Fast forward to today, and I'm a fervent fan of the medium, can't get enough of it. I had a huge backlog of shows to watch, ranging from ReZero all the way to My Hero Academia, and now after playing catch up with mostly everything I had missed out on in the last 7 or 8 years, I can safely say my younger self was wrong, and that everyone at any age should give anime a try.
To not cast aside what once was. Animation offers possibilities no other medium can. It can bring you into the mind of a young kid, the spirit of a warrior, and the body of your favorite creature. But as years pass by, it seems to be fading into the background more and more.
That clip was taken from Totally Not Mark's What Disney Has Forgotten, and that little snippet was actually the inspiration for this video. You can click on the image on screen to go watch the full-length video. Moving on, I'd like to start off the final segment of the video by saying that I do not believe in any way that animation is better than live action, or animation in any way should replace it in all genres. Anime is such a vast medium, the amount of shows and movies you can watch seems almost endless entering into it, as series come out every season. The anime seasons are set up as such. Every year begins with winter, moving on to spring, then summer, then fall, with a batch of new anime coming out from a variety of different studios like Kyoto Animation, Madhouse, MAPPA, and Production IG, and a large variety of genres to offer from, like action, mecha, romance, comedy, and many others. These shows can be watched by almost any demographic, with many great aspects in terms of storytelling, animation, and original soundtracks. A great example for a younger audience who'd be looking for an action-packed series with eye-catching visuals and a great cast of characters to look up to would be, in my opinion, Bleach. Bleach follows the story of a normal high schooler named Ichigo Kurosaki, who ends up obtaining the powers of a Soul Reaper in order to protect his family. Throughout Ichigo's series, he's presented with a multitude of issues, constantly having to become stronger just to protect his family. The soundtrack for this series is amazing, ranging from a tense track like Invasion, an extremely hype main character theme like Number 1, or even a somber sound like Nothing Can Be Explained. Is by far one of my favorite series, in terms of storytelling, original soundtrack, and characters. Even the action is great. Another great and much more recent example would be My Hero Academia, which tells the story of a world where 80% of the population has acquired superpowers called quirks, except for our protagonist, a middle school student named Izuku Midoriya, who is one of the 20% that never inherited a quirk. Midoriya wants nothing more than to be a hero. Without an ounce of power inside his body, he is unable to become a pro hero. But this all changes once he meets the number one hero and his role model, All Might, who gives him a chance to become a hero. This story, as of writing this, has been one of the best I've seen. Izuku as a character is a complete underdog, who is willing to put it all on the line to save someone no matter the challenge, and his supporting cast is also full of great characters that are just as lovable as him. Ranging from Tenya Ida, the book smart and everything goes by the book character, to Katsuki Bakugo, whose cocky personality and ostentatious behavior that can easily catch anyone's attention blows up the entire screen. The soundtrack is also spectacular, going for something like the amazing Yusei Run that almost everyone and their mother has heard. To Just Another Hero, an awe-inspiring track about overcoming your weakness to become a hero among heroes, which is associated with an amazing character in the show.
How how do I dream? Sometimes wanna sing the blues. Must tighten my reins, but hard to obey. You know I'm not perfect enough. How do I dream? How do I scream? I just wanna be that guy. Yes, I'm still overwhelmed. No time to rest, and I will fetch you like
This series may have already cemented itself as one of the greats. Moving on to the more mature side aimed at young adults, one of the greatest series of all time, Cowboy Bebop. The story takes place in the distant future, where bounty hunters roam the solar system. We follow the adventures and escapades of Spike Spiegel and his bounty hunting partner Jet Black, as they win bounty rewards across the galaxy to survive. It's just like Bleach has an extremely special place inside my heart. It's an amazing story that touches upon trauma, abandonment, and the search for happiness in life, while hinting at its true story in almost every spectacular episode. I won't showcase any of the amazing songs outside of the ending, or any of the characters, since I feel as though it's better to hear the tracks and see these characters as they come during your watch. Another amazing series that was released almost a year ago is Vinland Saga. Which is set in the Anglo-Saxon period that follows the journey of a boy named Thorfinn, the son of one of the greatest Viking warriors, Thor. The show's OST isn't exactly something that changes the series like the other shows listed. Instead, the story it tells does that job. The story is a wild ride of little ups and a constant stream of absolute downs, following Thorfinn's march towards adulthood that touches upon the darker side of Viking history, or just normal Viking history in general. The characters are great, with most of them being depraved in their own ways, maybe even twisted at times. Like Thorkel, who is a giant of a man willing to betray others just for more of a challenge in combat, or Askeladd, the commander of a small Viking warband that is willing to do anything to get what he wants, no matter how unhonorable the deed. Touching upon the subject of anime movies very lightly, there are many great ones out there. Like almost every Studio Ghibli movie, Akira, A Silent Voice, and Ghost in the Shell 1999. But as I've not seen many movies in this medium, I don't feel too comfortable speaking on them like I do with the shows. There are many more series out there to pick from, even if these don't suit your tastes. I only mention these particular series because they're some of my favorites of all time. Now as we're nearing the end of the video, if you wanted to try out some great shows and see if you wanted to get into anime, here's a list of ones I did not feature. Starting with more lighthearted series, FLCL or Fooly Cooly, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Haikyuu, Gurren Lagann, One Punch Man, Beastars, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Hunter x Hunter, Mob Psycho, or Soul Eater. Now for some more mature series. Black Lagoon, Devilman Crybaby, Hellsing Ultimate, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Parasite the Maxim, Golden Kamuy, Drifters, Psycho-Pass, Monster, and Saga of Tanya the Evil. Okay, and before I wrap this up, I'd like to thank Oceanus. Without his help, I genuinely would probably have never made this video. So yeah, that's the thing. Go check out his channel. He's a big inspiration.